Welcome back to Fate of the Revenant, um, to our second session of this new campaign. Very, very excited. When we last left off, 5 strangers woke up in the middle of a storm, but not just in the middle of a storm, buried underground. Um, you clawed your way out, finding out that you were in a graveyard of sorts, and you weren't the only ones to come clambering out of the graves. Um, there were also undead creatures, zombies that were being risen up as well. You grabbed the first items that you could. You took care of them, and you heard someone calling out for help. Um, so you charged after them. No clue who you were, no clue how you got here, but just feeling that drive to want to help and want to investigate. You arrived at a farm, and at the farm, you met a little halfling named Willow and his 2 kids, Lily and Sage. Willow's husband just killed and slain by these zombies, and then more zombies appeared, and this monstrosity, this amalgamation of arms, came out and started attacking you guys. But you handled it. You took care of it. Made your way inside, where you discovered that the graveyard where you unburied yourself from was for a burial site for some of the victims of what's called the attack on Manilang, which was an event that took place 32 years ago. Unsure if this means, or unsure of what this means for you and for your amnesia and your situation in general. You sat around the table and you talked about everything. You found objects in your pockets, and some of the objects went with each other. And Shovel had a vision of sorts, called out to a caravan in the middle of the woods, and this tether, this light, this energy touched Shovel. And then when you came back, that same tether connected you with the other 4 strangers here. Now you all, in the middle of your conversations, feel this like warmth pulse in your chest. And everyone, no matter what you were saying at that moment, just stops. And you all get the memory of your name and a fact about yourself. So you guys are all sitting around the table at Willow's house, and Willow's just saw all of you just kind of like quiet down for a moment. And he says, "Are you guys okay?"
Yes, strange happenings here.
Yeah. I think I remembered something?
Oh, what did you remember, Shovel?
Well, I guess maybe my name isn't Shovel. I mean, of course it's not Shovel, we just gave ourselves those names. I guess the name that I had before I forgot.
Huh.
But
I think I've also gotten my name, though I'm not sure I want to share yet.
well, I'm Devin, I guess.
Oh,
but I don't really know anything else about that name. At least I know I can use a shovel, so you can still call me Shovel if you want.
what would you prefer?
Probably Shovel for now, I guess. Maybe we'll remember more. And maybe it'll feel more like mine.
Willow looks to the rest. It says that did everyone have the same experience?
Yes.
There, of course, no pressure to share anything.
We've all obviously experienced something together, so comparing notes might be of benefit.
In Horns' head, they'll hear Shovel's voice, but Shovel's lips don't move.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm testing the information we got. Hello?
Oh gosh, hello.
You'll notice that you don't get a response back, but you definitely heard Shovel's voice in your head.
And like, Horns will sit up a little straighter, just like looking around.
Did that work?
Yes, I believe so. Hold on, let me try. And you're going to see not Shovel, Horns, like, strain a little bit and try to talk back in Shovel's head. Hello, is this thing on?
Horns, do you need to use like the bathroom or something?
I was gonna say, I hope you're trying something else than what it looks like.
Oh, no, I am fine. I was trying to do what Shovel just did to me, which was talking in the heads. Can we all do that together?
I don't know.
You should try. See if you can. And maybe not make the poopy face like what I was making. There's probably more elegant way to do this.
Yeah, Shovel will just like one at a time. We'll just be like, hello, 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 into each person's head separately. Their
And
mouth
sure
isn't.
enough,
Their mouth isn't moving. They're just waving. She's just waving.
everyone can hear Devin's voice in your head.
Wow.
And it doesn't take a lot. Like if you look at the person within your group and just focus, like you're mentally reaching out, you can feel a connection made. But you gather that it's more than that. Let me double check something. It's not just one-to-one. If you all focus enough, you can each communicate with each other at the same time.
Oh my god, we have a group text.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
A party line.
We have a group text.
I'm gonna like test it out, and in my head, I'm gonna say back to whoever and say, "Hi, I'm Calypso."
Is that
What a
wings?
beautiful name.
I think that is Wings. Calypso, that is very pretty name.
Way better than wings.
And then you also, just testing out this ability, if you focus on one person, then they're the only one that can hear you.
Hmm?
So it'll work in either way. It's either broadcasted out, or you can single one person out.
How about
Whichever
you,
you feel
Jaws?
is-
Any new developments on your end?
Can your jaw go wider?
I mean, keep talking into this connection long enough and it might. No. No new developments. you all remembered something, and that's very nice for you.
You did not remember anything.
I mean, except for this head talking thing, no?
It's
That
okay,
doesn't seem very fair.
PJ. We'll help you find out more stuff.
I want to
Poison
insight
jaws.
that.
Poison jaws, yeah.
Ooh, get it,
Go ahead.
Zaps.
All right. PJ, you can make a persuasion or deception. Don't say
And
which.
if you call me PJ, I'm going to.
Okay, I rolled a 19.
You rolled a 19?
I rolled a 19.
Meets beats on behalf of the person that is being incited.
Yes. I also rolled a 19, but I have a -1 to charisma, so.
Oh!
Now it's totally up to you. You can say it out loud, or if you want to pull it to the whispers voice chat, or if you just want to type to them individually, whatever you feel is your speed.
I will give Abby. I will DM Abby real quick.
While that is going on, what's everybody else doing? What's everybody else feeling or experiencing in this moment?
Little confusion as to why they crawled out of the ground.
Processing the new information that they have. They're rolling their new name or their old new name around in their head, trying to like see where and how it fits, or if it even feels like theirs.
Calypso has like a sense of relief at the name. I think she's just like, oh, thank God, something. But frustration at the fact that she's trying so hard, but she can't seem to pull anything else from that like one little bit of memory.
You all got your name. You got a fact about yourself, which was the free feat that you guys picked for yourselves.
Got it.
And then in addition to that, you got the telepathy, the mark of the Revenant.
Cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's first and last name?
It's your name as you remember being called. If you want to flavor that and say that you don't remember your last name, like we could explore that as well. Like if you're ashamed of your last name, then we could also explore that. Whatever feels like the name that you would have wanted from your past life.
You would almost see Horns like trying to like mouthing words almost like they're tasting them, trying to get like a feel for how to pronounce something. And with a little bit of a look of frustration, and they mutter something under their breath and go back to just sort of sitting and contemplating.
Looking at Horns, Jaws gets a little realization that they understand. They can read the lips.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything like
You would
is there
see
anything
them
they're saying apart from names or?
with reading lips. What they muttered under their breath was, "Why would my name be hard for me to pronounce?" Like they are genuinely confused on why whoever named them would give them a name that is difficult in their accent, because who does that?
Oh, I dare.
Evil.
It's me.
I will not comment on it, but
me.
just smirk.
You would have seen a lot of attempted vowel sounds. But no actual like words besides that statement.
Amazing.
I think with the like telepathy, while others were probably surprised by it, Nyla was not.
Mm.
Felt normal.
We have Devin, Calypso, Zaps, and Jaws. Do you remember your names? Or do you want to share or not share? That is totally your prerogative.
My name is Nyla.
Nyla. That's a pretty name too.
Nyla Zaps.
Sure.
I saw Shovel doing finger guns with that.
Mm-hmm. Amazing.
I did not get blessed with a name, no.
Oh.
Nyla just looks at Jaws. Just doesn't say anything. But like
Jaws.
gives Jaws a look of like, sure.
Sure, Jan.
Sure.
Jaws talking the look speaks into Nyla's mind. And, well, an equivalent of an eyebrow raise, like, want to say something?
At me, bro.
Your name is your own?
Damn right.
I won't push.
Good.
Well, I mean, it is still night, and I'm sure the kids probably need to sleep, and I kind of a little tired too. You wouldn't think, but I think crawling out of the dirt was a little tiringer than I thought. Willow, can
The
we
kids need
sleep on the floor or something?
Yes, of course. I can set out some blankets. Yes, please, by all means. And then in the morning, I'll give you guys a ride into town. I think me and my kids will probably be spending some time with some friends in the city anyway, just until we can get things cleared up and fixed here.
Well, thanks for sharing your space.
It is, truthfully, Devin, the least that I can do.
Did we want to take watch in case more creepy crawly things are around?
Yes, I can take watch. In fact, is there happen to be any access to the roof?
There is a second floor. Yeah, I mean, you could climb out onto the window, and Willow will take the time to show you and leads you upstairs.
And while we're walking, I'm gonna turn to him and be like, "By the way, I'm Calypso."
Oh, well, pleasure to meet you. Officially meet you. And shows you how to access the roof.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I think for at least the beginning of the night, she's gonna just kind of stay up there. And
It is still raining, just so you are aware.
yeah, that's right. She's just gonna stay up there, look at whatever stars she can see. I don't know if it's like, completely clouded or not. Yeah.
Throughout the night, at least if we're splitting this up like every couple of hours, there's some gentle pauses in the storm where you can just make out a few, but nothing concrete. Like you can't quite make out any constellations or anything, but
Sure.
looking out at the stars is totally possible. Yeah. Anyone else want to do anything before we kind of close out the night?
I think horns at some point, they're going to keep mouthing words until they just sort of give up. I don't think I can get the whole of it, but if you want to call me something other than horns, Fida will do just fine.
Fida.
And they kind of make a face like they're still not sure if that's what they are sure their name is, but they'll go with it.
Sorry, well, we can't pronounce the full thing.
Well, I can't pronounce the full thing. That is on me. That is not anything to do with you. I could maybe think it to you, and then you could decide for yourself.
I could really think it to you. Like I could shove that thought in your head.
Abby with that thought.
if there is nothing else, then as you are all sleeping, and throughout the night, like taking watches and everything, like when your character goes to bed, you each dream.
Yay.
These are where the wisdom saves came in.
Ooh.
Let's start with, we'll go best to worst.
Oh god. With the winner. And then go to the loser.
Solid.
Calypso.
Sorry, I was dealing with my computer when you talked about the wisdom save, so come back to me. I didn't
Well,
make it.
you're having a dream that's based off the wisdom save, and I'm going
Yeah.
best to worst, and but I can come back to you. That's no problem. Then we'll go to the next best one, Nyla. In your dream, you see teenager. Similar features to what you've caught of yourself in reflections recently. Standing quietly in the shadows of a temple. Not a big temple, small. Watching someone. Father, no, doesn't feel right. A mentor of sorts. Performing something familiar that you just did. Last rites. A prayer. The room dimly lit with flickering candles. Soft glow casting gentle shadows on the stone walls. You can hear your mentor's voice. Can't really make out the words, but their voice is calm and steady, soothing as they recite these sacred words. The air is filled with a sense of peace and reverence, the ritual bringing comfort to those present. You feel a profound connection to your mentor, a deep admiration for his unwavering faith and compassion. You watch closely. You're absorbing every detail of the ceremony, feeling inspired and reassured about your path. This dream is a moment of quiet reflection, a reminder of your purpose, like a guidance that you had once received in your life. As the last words are spoken and the ritual concludes, you feel a warm, reassuring presence, a sense of belonging and fulfillment. When a night is over, you feel serenity and gratitude. And it lingers with you for a while. A very warm feeling. So I'll let you digest that as I move on to Calypso now. When you dream of laying down on a grassy hill. You see the night sky is stretched endlessly above you. Stars are twinkling, the constellations just creating like these beacons of light in this vast expanse. You feel peace. You feel the cool grass beneath you. And then you feel a gentle whisper of the wind on your ears. As you stare out at the stars, you feel a sense of connection washing over you. Almost like the stars were watching out for you. Like tiny guardians in the sky. Constellations seem to pulse with this gentle and divine light. Their patterns forming symbols that stir something deep inside of you. You feel a warmth spreading through your chest as well, the sense of belonging that transcended this earthly realm. Stars almost whispering to you, their silent language filling you with a sense of purpose and protection. Feeling of divine connection. As if the heavens themselves were reaching out to embrace you, to hug you. A gentle, ethereal melody drifts through the air, the notes carrying a message of hope and reassurance. Your heart swells with a sense of calm and fulfillment, the celestial presence offering a silent promise of guidance and watchfulness. As the dream kind of lingers and starts to fade out, the light of the stars grow brighter and they envelop you in this cocoon of divine warmth. You wake up smiling, beaming, and just feeling really, really good. Devin. Bright sun, sea breeze on your face, glimpse of a familiar skyline, the deck beneath your feet, the laughter of sailors, warmth of the sun, the gulls crying overhead, a deep sense of peace. And then you wake up. Jaws. You find yourself in the familiar murk of a swamp. Your small and solitary camp, barely visible through this thick mist. It's almost fogging up the dream itself. The air heavy with humidity, and the distant croak of frogs and buzz of insects creates this haunting symphony. You're crouched down, examining a cluster of dragonflies and beetles, their iridescent wings glinting faintly in this dim light. Your connection with these creatures are comforting, a reminder that you are not entirely alone. Suddenly a muffled voice, almost ethereal voice, comes piercing through the haze. "Do you need help?" it asked. The words distorted, indistinct. You snap your head up, but the source of the voice remains shrouded in shadow. You can't quite make it out. It's blurry, possibly human, maybe elven, definitely feminine. The voice repeats, softer this time, careful. "Do you need help?" The ambiguity of the situation sends a shiver down your spine. As you strain to see through the fog, the dream grows murkier, the details fading into a confusing swirl. A sense of unease settles over you, making your heart race. Your dream ends with you feeling unsettled and on edge, the swamp surrounding you seeming darker and more oppressive than before as you wake up. And last but certainly not least,
I'm scared.
You see, Vida, a child. Smaller horns, purple skin. Find yourselves kneeling on the ground. The air is thick with the smoke and the oppressive heat of a nearby fire, flames roaring and crackling all around you, but the dream refuses to reveal what is burning. The inferno is ominous. This faceless threat casting an eerie glow and long flickering shadows all around you. The scent of charred wood and something more acrid fills the air, making it hard to breathe. Your heart is pounding in your chest. this child feeling a mix of fear and helplessness gripping them. Tried to make out what was being consumed by the flames, but the details remained stubbornly out of focus, blurred by the haze of the dream. Suddenly, a shadowy figure looms over you, obscured by the smoke. Without a word, the figure drops something heavy and metallic in front of you. The object hitting the ground with a dull thud, revealing itself to be a copper coin. The coin bore a distinct red hand imprint, its meaning unknown yet deeply unsettling. You reach out tentatively, the coin's warmth seeping into your fingertips. The red hand imprint seemed to pulse, a silent, ominous message that's filled with a sense of dread. Your dream ends abruptly, the image of the burning scene and the mysterious coin lingering on your mind as you wake, leaving you with a sense of unease and unanswered questions. You may all complete a long rest.
Woo!
Hooray!
As you wake in the morning.
Not already having over a half page of notes, anyways.
As you wake in the morning, no issues throughout the night. Whatever issues that had caused the undead to rise, at least in this immediate area, not causing much of an issue for you all. When the morning comes and whoever completes the last watch of the night, whoever feels like that would be them.
Devin can.
Sure. Devin, you hear Willow getting ready before everyone wakes up, and as he starts to create like a quick breakfast, something that can be eaten pretty fast, and so that the day can just move on. Happy to do it, as you get the sense that Willow likes to be a gracious host, but there's a bit of an urgency in his movement. It doesn't take much to think that he just doesn't want to be here right now. So everyone smells food being cooked as you wake up in your individual states. But before we get into the breakfast scene, let's check in with everyone. How's everyone feeling after this night of dreams?
Great.
Lovely.
My calluses make sense. I worked on ships.
Jaws is looking very pale. Not that they have a lot of pallor, like they're not very colorful to begin with, but they look nauseous, basically, and doesn't say much at all. They have a bunch of like beetles and stuff clinging to their arm that they're just sitting and watching like repeatedly, looking at them as the swarm like makes their way across their fingers and up their arm and stuff like that, but they're not engaging much of anything right now.
Hey,
I think
Calypso,
Go for it.
You sure?
Calypso kind of notices that and just goes over and like says, "Is there anything you need?"
Answers?
Yeah. I understand.
Jaws, would you rather be called Beetle?
I mean, if you're gonna change my name every time my swarm changes, you're gonna have a hell of a time. And as she says that, the beetles sort of almost like dissipate, and a few dragonflies starts to swarm around them instead.
That's pretty cool.
It is what it is.
Well, you know, we all kind of like picked each other's names, so I just want to make sure that you are like okay with Jaws, because I guess it kind of sucks that you don't know your name and we know our names, but pick a different one if you want.
Jaws is better than the alternative. It's fine.
Okay. I still kind of like Shovel.
That fits you in an odd way.
Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? I mean, Devin's a cool name. Don't get me wrong. I'll probably tell, like, normal people that didn't crawl out of the ground that my name is Devin, but, like, you guys can still call me Shovel.
Fida and Nyla, how you guys doing?
Fida is quiet compared to yesterday, where they were a little more talkative, had a little more bravado. They are keeping their gaze to the ground. Their tail is low, but the end of it, the tip of it, is like twitching with agitation a little bit. Overall, they just seem a little preoccupied. They're not really engaging with anyone.
And then Nyla she seems like pretty chill. She's messing a lot with like the holy symbol that's on her. And kind of, it's like she's pensive, but not in like a bad way. She just kind of feels peaceful, but like there should be more, and she wants more answers.
Calypso, how you feeling?
She's feeling pretty calm. Kind of like when you wake up from like a really good dream and you're almost a little disappointed that it didn't actually happen, but she gets the sense that maybe there is some truth to it. So yeah, she's just kind of like meditating in all of that.
Okay. Willow calls out and says, I've got some food ready, and then once that's set, we can start heading out to Vadan.
All right.
Thanks, Willow. But it comes out in halfling on accident.
And they kind of like, oh. And in halfling they said, well, that's a pleasant surprise. Where'd you learn that?
No
Or
idea.
can you not?
No clue.
I just, saw your size, and I woke up this morning, and I was like, you know what? I think I can do this. I don't know why.
Okay. Well then.
And then
Fair
everyone's else is like, what the frick is happening right now?
I
Yeah.
love Devin.
As they're just talking in a different language in front of everyone, unless anyone else here knows halfling.
Nope.
And Devin's like pretty tall, so it's like, why does this person know halfling?
So you guys eat your food, and again, don't want to rush, but is there any conversations, anything on each other's minds before we change scenes here?
I think Calypso's gonna go over to Willow and just check in on him, see how he's doing, see if he needs anything.
If I'm being honest, I'd just like to see my friends. Runa and Archer, the people that I'm going to be taking you to, I've known them for a very long time, and number one, I need to tell them what happened here, and number two, I think it's going to be just a little bit until I'm ready to come back. Have to make some repairs, and it just shrugs. There's work to be done.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy that you have friends to fall back on during this time. I'm sure they will be more than happy to help you out. And I'm sorry that we couldn't do more.
My kids are alive. You did enough.
Of course. And then she'll just kind of go back to the table and eat.
Fida is going to pick at breakfast more than actually eat any of it, but I think their eyes will go towards Lily and Sage and just start like making small faces and trying to cheer them up a little bit like they were doing yesterday.
And it works. They see the faces, they remember the silliness of it last night in the sort of the darkness of everything. And they feel that same levity. And they laugh and they giggle, and it brings a smile to Willow's face, even if it's temporary. It's a good moment. And you yourself, like, despite the dream that you had, this still feels good. It feels familiar.
Mhm.
Fog looks like she's never sat in a chair in her life. It's like she's not figuring out like how to properly sit on a chair and at a table. So eventually they just take the food and sit on the floor. And is like attentively, like the way that people eat when they know that, when they're prepared to protect the food that they have with all that they are for the moment.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like very, very much food to mouth, eyes not at the food at all, but at everyone else as they eat.
Willow gets a little closer to you, Jaws. Not enough to reach out or anything, but says, I can also pack you some food if you'd like to keep some on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to be a burden to yours.
Not at all. We're not going to be here for at least a few days, so take it if you want it. And they'll prepare like 2 pieces of bread, some fruit, some dried meat, and they wrap them in a cloth, and he hands them to you.
You're kind for a stranger.
Well, I like to do the right thing, or I like to think that I do the right thing.
Feels like a rarity, but I thank you.
Well, let's hope it becomes less rare for you. And then he looks out at everyone and says, well, it's still raining, so if you just give me some time, I'll get the my cart set, and we'll head off to Vadan.
Sounds like an adventure. Better than zombies.
Do you need any help setting up your cart?
If you wouldn't mind, that would be very kind of you. I know it's still raining out, and you've spent plenty of time in the rain, as it seems.
Does not bother me one bit.
Okay. Oh, and do not worry, Runa and Archer. I don't know what supplies they will have, but whatever you need from there, gold will not be an issue. I will take care of it.
Whoa. Willow, that's really nice. Thank you.
Extremely generous.
Well, when the Scions appoint you to watch over a grave, they make sure that you're well compensated. So
Fair enough.
that's the least that I could do. All right, and so Willow and Fida go and prepare the cart. He sets up like a canopy over top to protect you all from the rain, and he comes back in and he helps Lily and Sage gather some supplies, just in bags, no crates or anything like that. And you all shuffle in and make your way to the city. It's not that far of a drive, or of a ride, I should say. Maybe half an hour to an hour. You imagine it would have been a lot longer if you were walking. And the rain still comes as you approach the walls of Vedan.
It's cool. I get to put
Yep.
my city music.
It's so cute. Oh my gosh.
Adorable.
Here's my city music.
I don't know who Runa is, but I like them already.
So you guys would be approaching from the right side of the map. The city of Vedan is built at the base of a mountain. A very, not the largest mountain that you've seen, but it's very. There's something about it.
Oh, it
It
might be the
catches your
largest
eye.
mountain that we've seen.
Yeah, that's true. It's not the largest mountain you've seen in the last 24 hours, but that's not saying much. At the base of the mountain, there is these walls that come out and protect the city. As you approach the gate, the guards who are manning the entrance of these walls sees that it's Willow's carriage and raises the gate. Nothing seems like overly protected. Nothing seems overly wrong, and there is the main road that just goes straight down the middle of the town, all the way to the base of the mountain. And so that would be on the complete left side of the map that you guys are currently on. There are buildings to either side of you, and smaller streets, definitely more just for walking, that go to more residential areas. This isn't a big town, considered a hamlet. So roughly 500 people, if that. As the carriage comes and settles in to the side here, Willow begins to get down. I don't think we have Calypso in.
Yeah, hang on.
Okay.
Getting there.
Yeah, I know you're on your
Remembering how
phone.
to do this again.
Yeah. Just at the bottom of the screen with the sword. There
There
you
we
go. He gets down and he goes, and like the Lily and Sage, as soon as they're down, they automatically run to this building to your right. And you can hear the sound of metal on metal as you see a human about 6'2", fucking stacked, muscles on muscles. This bushy orange beard with like small bits of gray in it that connects to the short hair that's messy, that has soot and dust and just like charred little bits on it. And his back is to the rest of you as he is hammering away at something on an anvil, as Lily and Sage run up and say, "Uncle Archer!" and like run and like hug at his legs. And
So cute.
he jumps a little bit, and he looks down at the kids, and the kids look up, and he says out loud and signs, "Kids, what are you doing here?" And they look up at him, and their sign is very bad. Not that anyone here would know, but they say to him, and they sort of enunciate the words a little bit, maybe like they were trained to do this, or taught to do this. we had bad things happen at the town, like at home, and we needed to be here, and we need to go, and like their training of enunciating their words goes away pretty, like flies right off the handles, like kids often do when they get excited about something. And Archer looks up and sees Willow and sees the rest of you all, and again speaking while signing, saying, "Willow, what's going on? Did something happen?" And Willow walks around and ushers you all to come if you're comfortable, and says, again speaking out loud and signing, is Runa around? There was an incident. We need to stay here for a few days. Richard nods and shouts out, "Runa, we have guests!" And coming out of the door is a just like 4'6" or 4'7" dwarf. This real deep red hair, wearing a tank top, and her own muscles are just like bulging out. And she's got this big grin on her face when she sees the kids, and she sees Willow. Her hair is tied back into this messy bun that's just hanging behind her. And the kids like run over and they say, "Auntie Rue!" And she goes and she picks up both the kids in both arms and just gives them both this big old bear hug. And
That's so
says,
cute.
and says, "Oh my goodness, is it time already for us to have a dinner? What are you all doing here?" And then Archer signs to her but doesn't speak out loud, and because no one here knows sign, unclear, and Bruna's face gets a little bit more serious, and she just nods and she says, "Well, why don't you both head on into the kitchen, go ahead and get yourselves a snack, and then I'm gonna speak with your uncle and your father and these new friends, and we'll come inside in just a moment." And the kids say, "Yeah, yay," and go. And they head inside. Goodbye, kids. Runa comes out, and Archer grabs a cloth and wipes his hands, and he addresses you all and says, "Welcome. My name is Archer. I've lost a lot of my hearing. Makes it a little difficult. So if you could just speak slower, helps me to read your lips and to catch up."
Hi, Archer.
Oh my god.
Oh my word.
Runa laughs a little bit and says, "No, not that. You can speak at a normal volume. Just slow your pace." And Archer like makes a face, and Runa signs something, and Archer's like, "Oh yeah, no, you don't have to shout. I can't hear it."
Oh, well. Hi, Archer.
Willow gets in and again kind of ushers you guys into this little work area. It's not pictured on the map, but there's a canopy that covers this area to give it a little bit more privacy. There's weapons and some armor and some supplies kind of all over the place. And Willow says, these 5 individuals helped me out last night. There was an attack." And it says, "An attack? What do you mean?" And looks around and says, "Is Timothy okay?" And Willow just kind of hangs his head a little bit and just shakes his head. and Archer still kind of catching up. Runa fills him in, and he puts a hand over his chest, and 6'2" kneels down a bit to the halfling and just puts a hand on his shoulder. Well, these 5 they helped. There were some undead creatures that came with the storm. And Runa looks up at the sky as it's still raining. This map should be animated. I'm not sure why it's not animated, but
It is.
it's not for me. That's
Oh,
weird.
it's not for me
Um,
either.
It's not for me either.
Oh,
Let me read
Weird.
definitely.
Are you using Google Chrome? Because I've been having issues with Google Chrome.
Chrome is frick.
No, I'm using Google Chrome.
Weird.
Oh, that's weird. Very weird. Anyway, not important. Just imagine it's raining. Looks up at the sky, and then back down to you all and says, "Well, what can we do, Willow? Catch your breath for now." She says, "Yes, of course." And says, "These 5 individuals, they don't have." Not wanting to give away too much of your personal shit, just like they don't have supplies, and I'd like to treat them to some of your wares. And Runa and Archer nod and say, "Yeah, of course. We have what we have, by all means." Introductions. Apologies. My name is Runa Ashbrand. This tall drink of water is my husband, Archer Ashbrand. And who do I have the pleasure of providing some resources to?
I'm Devin.
I like how you still have shovel written on the.
Well, it's because they said that they'll tell other people that her name is Shovel, but she said you guys can call her Shovel. Or Devin, yeah.
I'm Calypso.
Fida.
Nyla.
Joss.
Okay. And Bruna takes the time to give sign name. Finger spell goes out to Archer. And they nod and say, "Well, please, by all means, I can let you know what we've got, and if you want it, then it's yours. Willow will cover it." So let's get the very brief shopping episode out of the way. As I have a list of supplies that Runa would have in her shop.
Amazing.
Yes. The 2 shields go to Devin and Nyla.
Mm-hmm.
The scimitar goes to Calypso.
Mm-hmm.
The standard leather armors go to Nyla, Jaws, Fida. Studded leather goes to Calypso.
Mhm.
There are 4 explorers packs. That comes with a backpack and rations and some basic supplies.
Joss took 1 explorer pack.
Okay.
I mean,
Right, and then
sure.
okay.
Take one.
I'll go without, so someone else can have it.
Actually,
Right.
Runa will walk up to you, Nyla, if your holy symbol is out. Would your holy symbol be out, actually?
Yeah, probably.
And she'll walk up to you and say, do you work with the divine magic?
Just say yes.
Yes.
And we can do it. We can do it mentally now.
Right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I was whispered in your head.
I think they're gonna give you free stuff.
Yes. Yes, I do.
And she says, "I as well." And she pulls out from under her tank top a holy symbol of sorts. If you want to make a religion check to see what holy symbol this is.
I will.
Well,
14.
Okay. This, it kind of just pops up in your head, seeing this.
Mm-hmm.
A bit of familiarity. This is the deity Tempest.
Tempest?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She will just give a look of recognition, sort of, and a nod.
And so she says, well, we have a priest's pack, ideal for clerics and paladins.
Sure.
So you get a priest pack. So there is explorer packs for everyone except for Nyla, who can get a priest pack. So that everyone gets a pack.
sicko mode.
And then continuing down, the hand axes go to Jaws, the great axe goes to Fida, the two longbows go to Fida and Jaws, the short sword goes to Devon, the mace goes to Nyla, the light crossbow goes to Devon, priestback goes to Nyla, and then if anyone wants it, they also have a forgery kit.
I mean, I can swappy swappy each day with trance, so at any given day, Devin can be proficient with it.
If you want to snag
Yeah,
that,
go
then?
right ahead.
Frick yeah.
Okay.
Ain't gonna say no to free stuff.
And you said there were like other odds and ends in here?
Yeah, other little bobs, but anything in particular that you're after?
Very specifically, are there playing cards or tarot cards?
If you feel compelled to ask, then Bruna will ask Archer, and Archer would think for a moment, and they step inside the house, and when he comes out, he is holding a pack of playing cards. And he says, I usually use them whenever we got people coming over, but I've got an extra set if you want them.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Sorry.
Yes, I am sure. You go ahead and you take that.
Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. And Fida will take the cards and just sort of start fiddling with them.
Okay.
Like shuffling and flipping them and stuff like that.
Okay.
Thank you.
And as you all are doing this, Bruna says, well, actually, if you don't really have anything, hang on one second. And she heads to the next building over. To refresh my owlbear, so give me a moment to get back into it. But she goes to the building to the right, and heads inside. And a couple of minutes later, she comes out and she's holding a small crate with 5 standard health potions.
I was gonna say when
One-
you said you don't have anything, I was gonna say we got nothing but the clothes on our back and the dirt under our fingernails.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yes, and speaking of, like, when she sees just the common standard clothes that you guys are wearing, she says, "There's also a general store here. I'm close with the owner, so if you would like some new, fresh clothes, then you're more than welcome to. But by all means, don't overwhelm yourselves. Get settled, get acquainted."
Do you have a map of the area?
I do, yes. And she heads back and she gets a map of the region of Avon. As I wait for my owlbear rodeo to stop being a pain in the ass.
Since there was 5 potions of healing.
Yes, 5 standard potions, unless someone wants to hoard them.
Bink, 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 bink. No, give them out. Bink, 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 bink.
And as a reminder for health potions, not that you have any more than that, it is a cap. 3 potions. You can mix and match them for each player. As part of the rules here. Don't be like Styx and Court.
Dude, Styx keep whipping out potions, and I'm like watching. I'm like, how many potions does that little goober have?
A lot. Because
All of them.
at one point they had 8.
Oh my
What
gosh.
the
Jesus
fuck?
Christ.
No
Share.
wonder there was no potions for anybody else.
They gave them away. But anyway.
Could I possibly make just a general insight check on this generosity? Is this genuine kindness, or is there anything else going on?
Go for it.
Vita, having had a really bad dream, is feeling a little antsy about people.
Sure.
That is a 21.
21. You get the sense, not knowing these individuals, you get the sense that these are genuine, good-hearted individuals.
Aw.
There is a small sense of like, because on a 21, you do get a small sense of worry or concern, not necessarily geared towards you guys, but more so towards what happened at Willow's Farm. But it's not like they were surprised.
Oh.
Take with that what you will.
Yeah. I think Vita will make that observation, still sort of fidgeting and shuffling with their lovely gift of cards. It is their new fidget toy. They are very happy with this. But they are going to just quietly observe and be grateful that having just come out of the ground, that everyone they have met so far has been very nice.
DM, are those cinnamon rolls?
There is a stall of baked goods that are being covered by a human, like middle-aged. As she's just kind of sitting out. She has like the like a canopy that's kind of covering her up. As she has some fresh baked goods, and she's just sort of chilling.
Devin has puppy dog eyes at the cinnamon rolls, but knows that they have all of them have no money.
Oh.
All right. So, as
You
you
said
are,
there was a general store.
yes, there is. It's right down the way. It's not pictured on the map, but it's there in your mind.
Yeah, okay. Fog would go on a search for any sort of like scarf, buckle of a thing to cover up the lower bits of their face. They feel like that's something they've been used to doing and would feel more comfortable continue to do.
Sure. Easy enough. We'll say that Willow gives you each 25 gold for small little bits, as also like a thanks for helping out. So you're easy to find a small scarf. Would you like to describe what the scarf looks like?
Sort of what's in her icon, like a small greenish scarf that's able to be pulled down, but also like the purpose is to pull up and cover the lower end of their face.
So you go and you collect that, and if anyone else wants to refresh their clothes and get something, that's also totally something we can just do.
What season is it? Like, is it?
That is a very good question. This season is. I have to go back to my reference sheet. It is. It's Asdel the 21st. That lands us in. It is spring currently.
Oh,
okay.
Spring. So it's not humid as it rains. It's cool weather. Not freezing. Not hot. Right smack in the middle. And it, despite the rain, it feels good. And again, it's not storming like it was yesterday. It's just a steady rain that falls.
I think Calypso's gonna go to the store, look for just a light cloak.
Yeah, easy enough for a gold.
Yep.
Place is pretty cheap.
Kevin's gonna go buy a cinnamon roll.
Oh, because they are a cinnamon roll.
They are a cinnamon roll.
You walk over to the lady, and you ask for a cinnamon roll, and she says that it is a gold for 2 cinnamon rolls.
Sold. Thank you.
Okay. You have 2 freshly baked cinnamon rolls, and they are delicious.
Kevin just very quickly eats one and then keeps the other one for later.
Pocket cinnamon roll.
Oh god,
Very sticky.
very sticky.
As you all settle in and start collecting these new items, now looking a lot more prepared for whatever lies ahead of you. Runa and Archer invite you inside with Willow just to chat, and we'll take a quick break there.
Woo!
Woo.
I would
I
like
just
to get
saw
my
the,
hands on cartographers.
It's all
The
all
meme.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Tell no lies.
No lies at all.
Yours went up by 1
Oh my
feet.
god, I just saw the chart. I like putting Ryan in the
Yeah, I was wondering why there were 6.
No.
DM is always looks like they could kill you, could actually kill you.
Yeah.
Always.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just here to play a
No, of course
wholesome,
you don't.
friendly
Mhm.
game.
Yeah, sure.
We're
Yeah,
having
that
fun.
started with us digging out of our own graves.
Yeah, well,
Having
this
a
episode's
great
been
No,
good.
they're
time,
our
yes.
graves.
Well, we started so poorly, so it can only go up from here, right?
Mhm.
That's
This
how
started
the
well.
internet works.
I think it can also go down. I think
Yeah.
I think we need to be careful.
Nothing bad has happened in this episode. It's all been
Yeah,
pretty
we've been
nice.
shopping, and it's been lovely.
I don't trust it.
Right? It's too nice.
No,
And that's what Fida's whole thing was like. This is too nice. What are these people's objectives?
Kevin's
Here's my
like,
thing.
food,
Boo.
carbs.
You want to tempt the wrath from the whatever from high atop the thing? No.
So you are all brought inside of the shop. You all now have your supplies. Some of you got some of the cloaks or scarf or just things to protect you from the rain and the elements. As you're sitting around, Runa brings some coffee and or tea, whichever is people's preferences, and says, "So you're capable enough to help out our dear Willow here, but you didn't have any items with you? What's up with that? If you're wanting to share, please don't mind me. I'm a soldier at heart, curious."
in the group chat. Tito will ask,
Yeah.
how honest do we want to be with this person? She did so good in helping us out.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess we probably should not just tell everybody we crawled out of the ground, huh?
No,
Yeah, maybe
Bare
not
minimum.
specifically those details, but
they
as
were
honest as we
vagabonds.
can be.
Did we tell Willow we crawled out of the ground?
Yeah.
You did not. You just
No.
said that you were at the grave, and you had woken up there. You didn't say that you woke up buried there.
Ooh.
I have that explicitly written down.
Bare minimum.
Oh, maybe a disgraced circus troupe. Down on our luck.
Mm. Sure.
Adel, you come up with better ideas.
We can just
I
keep
think-
telling
I
Willow
think-
what we told.
Yeah, I think we should tell them what we told Willow.
Lies one that's close to the truth.
As you're all communicating in your heads, they're just like, "Hello." Time doesn't stop when you communicate in
I
your
know.
minds.
Apologies, it was a long day yesterday. We are still a bit tired.
We were traveling together and we got caught in the rain and we couldn't really see where we were going, and then we heard growling and then there were zombies crawling out of the ground. So I smacked a couple with a shovel and I think Calypso hit one with an urn, but then we heard the screaming and so we went to go see what was wrong.
Make a deception check.
Oh, frick.
I'm going to use the dice tower for this.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay. That's a That's a 7.
Oh, oh, honey.
It's on brand though.
Little baby dead.
She looks at you, Devin, and
Crossing
even
on
though
her lips.
you are taller than her, I mean, she looks down at you. She says, "Well, if Willow says that you are good people who helped, then that can be for now. What is your goal here? Are you sticking around?"
I mean, it seems like a really nice town. I've never been here before. I don't know about the rest of my friends group.
You sound unsure of that. Do you not affiliated closely with each other?
Oh no, we've hung out.
We don't remember much at the moment. Little bit of amnesia. You want to call it that?
Myrna and Archer exchange a glance, and they say, and she says, "You say that you don't remember much, as in, well, what's the last thing you do remember?"
Just
And all-
points to Devin to just illustrate like what they said.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, we woke up in the rain. And fought some zombies. That's not a
Mhm.
lie.
That's not a lie.
Say that.
Add on that caveat.
Again, yesterday was a
They
long
hear
day.
a small golf clap.
I get it. If you don't remember anything, then being here, talking with people that you don't know, it's jarring. So let me tell you a little bit more about myself, see if I can earn a little bit of trust. I retired recently from the military of Avon. I used to be a lieutenant. I moved here after I met Archer. This was his shop, and then I showed him how to be a better blacksmith, and then now it's my shop.
Ooh.
And Archer just like chuckles and chimes in and says, her father was one of the best blacksmiths in the region.
Nice. Well, this equipment is very kind of you to give us, so thanks.
Well, it's not for free. Willow footed that bill for you all.
Thanks.
Willow nods.
Very kind of you.
So you woke up in the rain, don't remember anything. Undead started attacking, and you fought them off. And now you're here.
That
is
about
the
sums
whole-
it up, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, welcome to Vedan. It's relatively small in the in comparison to some of the other cities of this region. I mean, you're all welcome to crash here for the night as you figure out what it is that you want to do. And if you have any questions about the region, I've been all over.
Well, Willow said that there was like a attack on a town nearby a while ago. Is there like still like fights going on, or is that like kind of all done?
And Willow chimes in and says that the attack on Manling,
Yeah.
the zombies, they desecrated the grave site, the memorial site. And Runa's just, oh,
Yeah.
well, after the Elder War, a lot of the Red Hand either went into hiding or were killed or captured. There hasn't been much fighting since. There hasn't really been any reports of the Red Hand. Yeah, again, in about 30 years. Maybe there's been little pop-ups, but that's out of my realm, at least from what I've heard. Every now and again, I hear from one of the Scions in Caria, and she informs me of some goings on, but I haven't heard anything about the Red Hand in some time.
Well, I mean, what about people that like messed around with the dead? Because I mean, I knew what a zombie was, but I don't think that that's very common.
That is not common. And
I
she
like
looks to Nyla, and she says, "I don't know if you can feel it, but when the storm came, it sort of feels like." And as she's saying this, and she's about to explain this, Nyla, you pick up on what she's talking about. There's some sort of general dark energy in the air. Something that just tugs at your divine connection. Very faint, in the back of your mind, like a whisper. She says, "Do you feel that too?"
I do. Yeah.
So whatever this is, it's certainly not natural, but it's sort of par for the course for this area. Vedan, the mountain of Vedan, it's always had strange going on. Just on the other side of the mountain, in fact, is the tomb of the Elder God.
So what now?
That's the one that your Scion people, like, fought and won against?
Yes. His name was Aventar. His name is Aventar. He is the elder god of souls.
Any odd happenings over there?
Say that again?
Any odd happenings over there?
I don't know. Again, I stick to my shop these days. I hear small murmurs of things, but haven't heard anything going on over by the tomb. But that's a good point. I should probably get a message out and see if the Vanguard can send anyone.
We're the Vanguard.
The Vanguard was created after the Elder War. It was created by Inkaria. She sort of took lead on wanting things to be run a lot better than they have been after the Elder War. The Vanguard is a collection of a lot of the world's leaders, not just Avon, who come together in face of these dark threats. They have stations all over, and their headquarters, or at least the main branch of them, I should say, is based out of Maniling, headed by the leader of Avon, Albi.
Is it easy to get info to them? Like, is that far? Because I feel like maybe they should know that zombies are crawling out of the ground.
There are magical methods to send a message out. So it's not difficult.
Not used to much magic, so I forget that that's a thing. Although, got to see some cool ones from my friends here.
I'm sure this is all very confusing and new, and new information like this tends to overwhelm.
Well, you know, kind of there's nothing else up there right now, so it's kind of like a sponge. Nothing else to remember, so there's only stuff to learn.
That is a very good point.
Are there any other questions that I can answer? I mean, no offense, Willow, I know a little bit more about the climate of Avon.
So there was that really big fight 30 years ago-ish, established. Are there any big things happening now? Any, like, really big global sorts of issues?
There hasn't been much. We've been, thankfully, in a bit of a time of peace. The Scions, and she pauses, their fight didn't just end with the Elder God. There was a much bigger threat after that. If you can believe it. When that was over, and the news of that fight spread across the world, things sort of settled down. Will it hold like that? I'm not sure. If you ask me, Archer kind of puts a hand on her. She holds her hand up, like, let me fucking say this. If you ask me, when you don't have something or someone trying to take control, you sort of create a vacuum. I think it's only a matter of time before that space is filled. And with this, and points out to the window with the storm and just that general dread feeling that Nyla can feel. Call me a conspiracy theorist. I don't like it.
Well, is there like a local like temple place that we could go and get answers from for that? Or help out more? Or other people who had zombies? Because we're good at killing them.
There is some shrines here in the town. We used to have a church, but that isn't a thing anymore. But now we just have smaller shrines. The prime deities are represented there. There are smaller ones for the lesser deities.
There are big gods and there are small gods.
Yes. The news that we discovered from the Elder War, I guess I should just tell you now. There were 3 elder gods. They were the originals. They were the ones that created everything that you see in the world. There was Aventar, god of souls. There was Lilith, the goddess of light. And there was Brodok. Brodok is spelled weird, so... the god of flow. And once they were made, um, they worked together, and there was a time of new and interesting peace, and then something happened, and Aventar just changed. And the 3 of them started fighting, and then they had children so that they could use their children to fight more. And then those children had children, which created the Pantheon. But it all ties back to the 3 elder gods, and frankly, this is all new information. None of us knew about this until the Scions discovered it.
Well, from what
So
you said...
Pantheon is a nepotistic center for infighting.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yes, a lot of the gods play nicely with one another, but some of the ones that were descended from Aventar, they picked up on whatever it was that changed him.
Well, and yeah, that's my question. Isn't that like really bad if like gods are like super powerful, but something changed a god? Are your Scion friends looking into that? Because that seems a little scarier.
So that leads into the big thing that was after the Elder War.
See, I'm smart.
Yes,
This
you are
is-
Shovel.
Great show.
This is heavy, but from our understanding, and the Scions kept a lot of it, still keep a lot of it close tight. There was an entity that was fate. Fate itself. It was the beginning, the start of it all. Created the gods for reasons that I'm not sure of, personally. But it was manipulating things in the background, trying to get something. And the Scions defeated him. So there is no fate in our world. Everyone's in charge of their own destinies.
Oh. That's a good thing, right?
I don't know. Perspective. Some people needed things to believe in, especially those who don't believe in any of the gods. They needed a direction. And now we all have perceived free true will.
Then you create your own destiny. Write your own story.
Well, free will doesn't necessarily mean that you're creating your own story. It just means that you're relying on someone else that's not a god to decide it for you.
I mean, I suppose, perhaps.
It's not like the common man can decide for themselves anyway.
I mean, and you're right. Most individuals just didn't care. They continued moving about their life, but some of the ones who, like myself, thought that this was written into my path, being a soldier. When this news came out, I just realized that it wasn't, and I could just write my own story.
Well, so are there people that are now mad at the Scions, even though they like stopped the whole like god thing from coming alive and like put them in the ground? Like, are they mad that fate is gone enough to like, you know, brew up brouhaha storms?
That is a very fair point. There was some tension, and there continues to be some tension in a city far to the north. I doubt they have the capabilities for something like this. And they're sort of going through their own internal political struggles anyway, but
Man, I just want to eat this cinnamon roll, and now there's all this stuff about fate and gods and dead fate.
well, fate isn't dead. Fate just isn't in our world anymore.
Okay.
So
Oh.
it's closed off.
Say that again?
So it's closed off
From
from
what we
here.
were told, yes. Mm-hmm.
If you were told that, there's no proof.
I mean, you're right.
Group of people told you this information, and everybody chooses to believe it.
Yeah, like, was there a universal feeling of, oh, fate is gone now, we can do whatever we want?
Oh, there
Right?
certainly wasn't complete acceptance. Like I said, some of the people who didn't really just have a strong place in the world just didn't care. And then there are some places like Nogrod, the city that I just mentioned in the north, that was very against this knowledge. Everyone had their own different reactions, but regardless, there hasn't been much political struggle in the world. Nothing major has happened, which brings my worry out.
Hmm. Well, I mean, I don't really know how that much affects us too much, since we kind of are, even if fate was a thing, we kind of get to choose our own anyway, because we don't remember much. We get the double whammy, guys.
If you are looking for a place to start, if you're looking to just get some help and some answers, I would suggest starting in Manling. Albie is a very kind leader, and he often sees people who struggle with things. He might be able to give you guys some direction.
How far away is that city?
On foot, it would take a few days. It's not incredibly far. Take you maybe a week, a little less.
Guess I kind of want to know where the zombies are coming from, and if Manaling and the leaders of the vanguards are over there. I mean, I know you said you have your little magical messages, but I don't know. We have the first-hand experience with it. I didn't get my name Shovel for nothing.
Well, I can certainly let someone know there that you are coming.
Oh, well, I mean, I kind of want to go, but, you guys? And Devin looked at everybody else and realized that, like, they're just excited for adventure because they don't know anything else, but it might not be the same for other people depending on what they know about themselves.
I'm not doing anything better.
Yeah, having a sense of direction, no matter what it is.
And they might have answers.
Nyla?
Mhm.
I mean, you guys have anything
Wouldn't
you want to
hurt.
do here instead?
I'd like to visit the shrines before we go anywhere.
And Bruno says, well, please, at least stay the night. Get yourself settled in and, stock up on anything that you need. You still have some gold from Willow if you need any other supplies. And
How long do these stay good? And Devin will hold up their cinnamon roll.
Those baked goods are probably good for, I mean, at least until tomorrow or the next day.
Okay. We have to stay at least a night because I gotta have another one. Look, guys, you're like, you should try them. They're really good, okay?
I believe you.
One of us ends up having a deadly cinnamon allergy.
Alright, I'm a cleric.
Alrighty.
I've got this.
So, if nothing else, then we'll get into like nighttime when everyone's just sort of settling in, spending the day just talking and idle conversations. Runa and Archer prepare a dinner of sort, and they as well like just set out some cuts. I mean, there is an inn if you'd rather spend in a room alone. You are more than welcome to purchase a room for the night, or stay here for free, whichever you are more comfortable with. But in the nightfall, is there anything anyone would like to do?
Devin will see Fido with the cards and just ask to just kind of like play cards. Not really sure like why they know some games, but maybe it had to do with the memory of being on a boat and ship and passing the time.
Yeah, and Fido will like do some fancy shuffles and deal out cards and see if they know any games in common and focus on those. They'll actually be a little bit like performative about it. Sorry.
No, you go. Josh would like to go on a search for a shrine that matches the broken symbol that they have.
Ooh.
And Nyla wanted to go to the shrines to find out more about her own.
Okay.
Cool.
Do you guys want to go travel into that area? Not together if you want to stay separate, but that's totally fine.
We can we can go there together, then break off. I guess I don't care.
Yeah, I feel like once Josh find out that they're sort of heading the same way, she will like walk like together, but on a responsible distance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think Calypso's gonna join in on the shrine too, just to see if it triggers any sort of memory.
Sure. So the three of you head into the areas of the shrines, and it's in a nice like park area, a little clearing surrounded by trees. There's a few statues dedicated to a few of the prime deities, the prime gods. Nyla, as you are looking through, you don't see a statue that's has similar markings to your god, set up for your god like a statue, but you do see a smaller setup. A few candles, some like divine like decorations that have been set up. Um, Definitely the markings of a lower deity.
Mm.
And when your eyes land on it, it just feels right. You walk over to it, and there's a small plaque that says Lady of Grief Steelheart, Evandria Gilmadrith.
He will kind of just like kneel down in front of it and trying to take like a position of reverence, I guess, and just kind of, for lack of a better term, meditate in that space for a little bit, because she assumes that maybe this is what she should do.
Okay. I'll come back to you in just a moment. Um, Calypso and Jaws, as you guys are walking around, Calypso, you're just sort of idly walking? Or are you walking
Yeah.
with intention? Yeah? Okay.
No, yeah, I'm just kind of
Going where
walking
your
around.
feet follow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jaws, you have the image of the broken holy symbol in your mind, unless you have it out, and you're taking a look around, and you do find a statue for this god. It is like a female figure holding a bow and arrow, aiming out. When you see the plaque at the bottom for the goddess, Artemis, goddess of nature and death.
Do I see like anyone around this statue that looks like they know what they're talking about when it comes to religion and stuff?
There are individuals who tend to the grounds, so easy enough to find someone. A older human male, older like 60s, that's just sort of tidying things up in the rain, trying their best to like keep things organized as best as they can. As you approach, he says, "Yes, is there anything that I can help you with?"
Maybe. I don't know. She has her the scarf up, by the way, covering above her nose and down, just so. Then she'll like hold out the holy symbol and say like, "I know nominally what this means, but I don't know why I have it. I don't know how I got it. I don't know what she means to me. And I don't know how I would find that out."
This individual takes, like, they hold their hand out for the symbol if you want to pass it to them, and they're taking their examine it, and they'll say, well, Artemis is, she's a bit more focused on herself. She's not smiles a little bit. She's not necessarily a spiteful god, but she tends to stick to her own pack. Very, very tied to nature, tied to plants, and just not just. She's considered the goddess of nature and death, but it's more so the natural cycle of life. Do you feel any connection to that?
I suppose.
You
And
could-
she'll look down at her hand where the beetles are like scattered, like clinging to her arm. I guess.
You could try prayer.
For what?
Answers, guidance, clarity. They listen. They hear us. Sometimes they show us things.
Like, I have a feeling that they wouldn't listen to me, but I don't know why.
You'll never know if you don't try. But, by all means, whatever path you feel that you want to take with this, it's yours to decide. And he hands the holy symbol back to you.
Well, thank you for your time. You said he was working with something on the ground?
Just tidying some things, like with the rain, some of the flowers and the ornaments get messed up, so he's just fixing them back up.
Okay. When, before leaving, before going up to the statue, they will summon their, with a mage hand and just helps moving some things out of the way that they were currently doing.
Well, that's very kind of you. Thank you.
Then she'll go over to the statue and just sort of, like, almost like standoffish, like seeing who pulls first, but it's a statue, so it's not gonna happen, but it's sort of just like, what the fuck are you up to?
Calypso, as you're walking around and just taking in all of the shrines, and this isn't a giant area, like you can all see each other.
Gotcha.
You do see Jaws stop at this statue,
Mm-hmm.
and then your eyes land on this statue. And you feel something. You look at the statue, and it feels like there's a lump forming in your throat. And you start to cry. But you don't know why. You see this and you feel loss? Sadness? You're not sure what it is. But whatever it is, it's something.
I'm gonna reach out and just like lay a hand on the statue.
You can feel the stone underneath your hand. I would like all three of you to make a religion check and roll a d100. We'll go one at a time. Just have your numbers in with you. We'll go one at a time. So let's go with Nyla first.
I got a 7 religion and an 80 on my D100.
Okay. As you're here in front of this shrine dedicated to Vandria, and you're just taking a quiet moment, you feel that it's a similar presence to yesterday when you were praying over Timothy's corpse. It's like a hand is on your shoulder, or like someone just like wrapped a blanket around you, and that's all you get.
Okay.
Jaws.
Yeah, 16 religion and 60 on the D100.
Okay. As you are looking at this statue, you see Calypso walk up and touch it, and you don't feel any sensations, but the holy symbol in your hand gets warmer. It doesn't hurt. It's not an uncomfortable sensation, but it feels connected to something. You can't quite place it. And you instinctively, like, you clutch your hand around the holy symbol, and just like the bugs come crawling over your fist, and feel like there's something there, but it's like there's a wall that you're pushing up against, and you can't quite make what that connection is. Calypso, what you got?
I got a 13 on my religion check and a 78 on the D100.
You feel grief hitting you. A grief like you've been given the cold shoulder, like a door has been closed in your face. You feel both a connection and a disconnection, and it breaks your heart. And you don't know why.
Mm.
And so as the three of you are standing out here in this quiet moment of contemplation and like thinking things through, there is a fog that rolls in. And the rain is still coming down, and the temperature drops slightly.
Does this feel unnatural in any way?
It certainly does.
Does it make the feeling that's been faint in my mind since it's been pointed out get less faint?
No, in fact, that tug against your divine connection,
Mhm.
it feels harder. Somewhere in the town, a woman screams.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Abby!
Sam?
Damn.
And as quickly as that happens, and as quickly as the three of you go to react, because the others are inside of the building, and you step out onto the street to see what you can see, the fog thick in the area. Yeah, the shrine would be down in this area, so you guys would be stepping out over here. But the fog thick in the area, making it hard to see, and you're straining your eyes, and it looks like the fog is coming from the mountain. Like it's originating from it.
Zombie god.
And then the fog just clears.
That's sus.
Hmm.
Is Is everything the same? Is there a dead lady? Like, what's the square? What's a...
Make a the three of you guys make a perception check.
Just playing
And
cards.
just to cover me, what's a Devon's and Fida's passive?
12.
Worse
Yeah.
than that, I know it's low.
God, I wish I could
Yeah.
roll
The
better.
three of us by the shrines, we make a perception.
Correct. Yeah, the three that are outside. Perception.
Okay.
Rolled an 11.
I got a nat 20 on that.
Ooh, let's go.
Plus 5.
I got a natural 19 for a 25.
Rolled an 11. I'm definitely looking.
Yeah, Nyla, you step out and you're just kind of like, huh? What? The fog went away and I lost all sense of direction. However, the other two, you can see as the fog is pulling back into the mountain. Because now you can tell, like, it's just getting sucked back into the mountain. There seems to be some sort of a figure that goes into the base of the mountain as well. And now that you're looking down in that direction, you can see that there's sort of the entrance to like a mine is there. And there's like a whole setup of for people to collect ores and process them, take them in and out towards the far end of the city. And some figure goes into that space, into the mine shaft.
At this point, can Devon, like, after, like, hearing the scream... Did they hear the scream inside, too?
Why don't we see? Why don't we see if Devon and Fida make a perception check? We'll see if you guys picked up on this, because you're playing a game, like, you're playing card games, like, Runa and Archer and Willow are around you, you're just having idle conversations.
I've rolled 2 times this whole game, and they've both been 6s.
Oh,
That is unfortunate.
I
8.
got a 14.
14. Fida, you would just hear something out in the distance.
Go fish.
They'll stop shuffling. Did you hear that?
What? No? No, like, itch their ear a little bit.
They will put the cards down and like grab Shovel's hand and like take them outside.
Okay!
Might be zombies.
Oh, frick! Okay! I don't know.
You
I mean, I guess a sword's better than a shovel, right? Right. Let's go.
you head outside and you see your allies in the space.
Hey, guys.
Runa follows out. She says, "What did you see? Did you hear anything?"
Heard a scream.
Zombies.
I didn't see anything. Though. Got foggy and then it was gone.
We heard a scream, and so we came over, and then the fog just disappeared. But I swear I saw someone. Someone went into, what is that? Like an entrance to a mine or something. But they went that way. And she points towards there.
I mean, you said that's where the fog came from?
That's where it went back to. Anyway.
I mean, fog doesn't really behave like that. Not real fog, anyway.
Runa thinks.
I don't know about anyone else, but I know it's reckless, but I kind of want to follow them.
Both.
Better digs now. Zombies aren't gonna stand a chance.
I did not hear that consonant in there.
Which
What
consonant?
if it's not zombies?
Well, I mean, that hand thing wasn't really a zombie either. It was just like a gross thing, so I still think we could do it. We're a good team.
We could certainly try.
Why
Bruna
not?
says, well, if you want to take a look, I can alert our mayor and see if we can get the town guard to come follow in after you. Or we could just let the town guard look into it. Whatever you feel is right.
Yeah, but how long will that take? We're right here.
Someone did scream, so
And last time we waited too long after we heard a scream. Oh gosh, last time we waited too long after we heard a scream!
Does
Do
Devin
we
just
know where
run?
the scream originated from?
The scream originated from like further to the left of the town. Devin went in the wrong direction, but
Devin
that's okay.
just I thought you said the mountain was down here.
No, the shrines were down here, like they were coming up from this
Oh.
direction.
Well, okay, well,
The
whichever
fog
way
pulls down in this.
whichever way that Calypso said the fog went, Devin's just running.
David, this way.
Okay,
Now I
okay,
feel
okay,
like
okay.
I guess we're running now.
Bruna calls out and says, "I'll alert the guard."
Let's send it
And
back.
I'll yell back, thank you.
Okay. So, is everyone following? Just double
Yeah.
checking. Okay,
Mhm.
everyone's going. All right. So as you continue on and get into the mine shaft, like once you enter in, it is a long, dark tunnel. There's some candles on the side that help illuminate the space. So anyone who doesn't have dark vision, you can still see. As you keep going, you enter into an open space.
Ooh.
Love a good
Holy
pun.
frick. It's amazing.
Where are we?
You will be coming in from the south entrance, right down here, following along this track as you go. As you step into the space and run in, the first thing that you see immediately is a dead body.
Hmm.
And then
Murder.
another dead body.
Oh.
Double murder.
And that's the only ones that you see currently in the moment. And as you come in and you notice it and you're about to jump into action from this cavern here that goes down into darkness, the fog rolls back out and you hear in the darkness this shriek that comes and fills the space and pierces your eardrums as a ghostly entity
Oh no.
rises from the cavern.
Uh-oh.
Not a zombie.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, God.
oh hey, friend.
Hey, girl, hey.
Hi, friend.
Hey.
Let's take a
Uh.
quick 5-minute break. I've got pizza on the oven. And then when we come back, we will roll for initiative.
It was a trap.
It's
Or
true.
yeah, can we just roll it now and put it in? So that
Oh
it's-
yeah. You can roll it and then just drop it in the chat
That way.
or fill it in on the initiative tracker, so that we'll be
less time.
all set. Mhm.
See if my dice like me.
I mean, mine don't. Let's see if I roll another
not
6.
at all. Not at all. No
Ooh.
liking whatsoever.
Heck yeah.
I'm gonna use the big chonker. Let's see if this makes a difference. Okay. Better.
I rolled a 2.
I know. I
Oh, no.
mean,
I rolled a natural 1 on my initiative.
most
my
clerics,
No.
you know,
Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Go
Most clerics want to
last.
go last. Yeah.
Paula's the
it's
weird exception.
fine.
It's
Drop
good
your
placement.
drop your initiative in the chat as well, please.
Rosie, what's
No,
your
she's-
dex?
I'll be right back.
My dex is +1, a 13.
Okay, mine is higher. Hey, Ryan.
Yes.
Having the favorite enemy that I do.
Mhm.
Do I know anything about this, like, motherfucker that appeared?
Make a survival or history check with advantage.
Survival, because then I have advantage.
Go for it.
That's 19.
Ooh, 19. Something deep within you recognizes this creature. Maybe you've come across it in your quote unquote past life. But this is something known as a wraith. An undead spirit that is just trapped on the material plane. You know that wraiths are resistant to quite a number of things. You also know that in the presence of dead bodies, the wraith can create followers.
Mm. I do actually have a question. I was going to say
Hit me.
that while the rest of them were going to the shrine and like the general store, I was gonna say if I could have gotten a net.
Oh, and that, yeah, sure. Easy enough. Totally.
Okay, this was the whole list, but specifically for this instance.
Oh, I see. Yeah. That's not a problem.
Just at the general store. The other stuff is just RP funness.
Yeah, totally. Easy enough to grab. 100%.
Joss will relay all that info in the group chat.
Alright.
Yep.
So,
And the Joss looks horribly disturbed.
Yeah.
and then we will get started. But just in case you missed it, I know Justina wasn't here. In the top left corner of the map, there is a ruler that says character distances. If you click on that, it'll show your distance to all of the enemies.
It
Like
does
to,
not.
to,
You click
to all the
yourself,
other tokens. Yeah, you
And
got to
then-
click on your person, and
Yeah,
then it'll
I do.
show.
and then you go to
Doesn't.
the ruler character distance at the top left.
I'm at it, but it says no character selected, but I am clicking on myself. I should just update Albert. And
Yeah,
see if
yeah,
that-
maybe refresh and see.
Yeah, I just needed to update Albert.
Okay, yeah. Justina, can you see that?
See what?
Are you still on your phone or are you on your computer?
No, on the computer. Yeah.
On the top left corner,
Mhm.
there's a ruler that says character distances. And then when you click on that and
okay.
then click on your token, it shows how far away everyone is.
Okay, hang on. Hang on.
If it doesn't
Yes.
show that, just refresh.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, perfect. So now you don't have to worry about the ruler. It'll just show you where. And I mean, unless there's walls and stuff. But yeah.
Hmm.
All right. With that being said, we have rolled for initiative. Would you guys like a minute to discuss?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yep. And just as a general note, like I know that we are hitting 3 hours right now. If
Mhm.
this fight ends up going too long, please say something. We can stop mid-fight and pick it up next time. Don't feel like we got to finish out the combat. Right? Just a general safety rule. So I will put a minute on the clock, which also that has been added to Owlbear. There is a timer in the top left corner as well
Easy.
for that. So I'm going to deafen myself, and then you will see the timer go. And when the timer ends, I will jump back and we will get started.
Oh my gosh.
Cool.
Oh my gosh.
Mm,
Do what
I-
you're good at, I guess.
yeah, I can
Yeah.
like Raven Queen step across to here if we want to try to like drag this body further away or something, or like before it becomes like up and at it, I can like try to wrap it up with the net that I have.
Okay.
So I can
I
try
can see-
that.
If it
I
comes
can
down
see
to
if
it, I can always
like
turn
acid
undead.
melt them too. If anything, I have a lot of.
Oh yeah, if
acid
you can
stuff.
disintegrate them.
Oh,
Yeah, if I'll be allowed to disintegrate them with acid, I'll totally
Yeah.
do that.
Do we think a mundane weapon can hit the wraith?
probably resistant, but probably yeah.
Probably resistant, not
Okay.
immune.
I can try and bane it, or I can try and turn undead.
Ooh, it's probably way too high CR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would save your turn undead for the other two if they get close.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, so do you... Okay, so Jaws goes for the dead body then? Shoots and
Mhm.
goes for the
Yeah.
body, and I'll
Sure.
And I'll help
frontline
with
with
the
Frida.
All right. At the top of the round, we have Fida.
It's so stressful.
That's so jarring. I
At the
love
top
it.
of the round, we
Oh,
have
wait.
Jaws.
Is it Jaws?
It's
Oh,
Jaws.
Jaws
Yeah.
has a higher dex. All right,
I have way
mixed that
better
up.
dex.
Yeah, my bad. All right. Yes,
you're
at the top of the
fine.
round, we have Jaws.
Okay,
Dun, dun,
cool.
dun,
I because it's a bit it's gonna be a bit of rules lawyering on it, like because I have to ask you a thing with it.
Sure.
But so I'm gonna go. Wait, can I go here or do I need to go? Can I
You
make
can.
that little distance?
Yeah, you can make that little distance. That's a very short little gap.
Okay, so I can get up to this body.
Right.
With primal savagery acid damage. Can I start to disintegrate the body?
Ooh.
I have poison damage as well, if that's better for disintegrating the body.
You know, that is as you're on it, that's a big half orc male. It's not
Yeah.
going to happen in one round.
No, but
You can certainly get started 100%. But we'll say that would take, to get it completely dissolved, take 3 rounds
sure.
for that big of a body.
Yeah. Would that be acid or poison? Just so.
You can use your primal savagery. That's totally fine.
Cool. Yeah. Then her jaw will unhinge, and as she goes for like a bite, she does it with that like snaky venom spray from beneath the tongue as well, to just like coat this motherfucker in acid.
Okay, nice. And so that's what you'll spend your turn doing, or do you want a bonus action, anything?
I can cantrip spell, right? I can do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bonus action, cool.
Yeah. I will do cast Hail of Thorns on myself,
Okay.
and that's a concentration. It doesn't do anything right now because I'm not shooting anyone, but I can cast it just to
Alrighty.
have it. Do I roll for damage on this dead thing, or since it's dead, do I just assume
It'll
that
just be continual. Like, yeah, you don't have to
Yeah.
roll for the damage on that.
Okay, cool. Then that's my turn.
Alrighty, awesome. And that brings us to Fida with Calypso on deck.
Fida is going to run up to the screaming ugly thing
Mm-hmm.
and manifest their echo.
Nice.
Pop a little friend out there. They are going to take an attack at this thing
Alrighty.
with their shiny new axe.
Look, Ma.
Look, Ma. That is 16 to hit.
16 does hit.
All right. Get to break out a dodecahedron. That is 11 plus 3. 14 points of something damage. Slashing? Yeah.
Yeah, slashing. As you go and you take the swipe at it and it passes like through this spectral form, you feel that it didn't land as much of a purchase as you would have liked it to.
That makes
Still
sense.
does some damage, but not as much as you would have hoped.
Hey, some damage is still damage.
Mm-hmm.
They will. I can't remember the name of the ability. Unleash Incarnation
Yeah.
Okay.
and have their Echo attack as well.
Nice. Go for it.
All right, that is a 13 plus 5,
18.
18 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Excellent. And another 14 points.
Nice. Reduced to 7.
Easy peasy. So that was movement, action, bonus action. Yep. Yes, I'm all done.
Okay. All right. That brings us to the Wraith's turn.
Haha.
The Wraith's eyes lock on to Devin as the one who is the pure cinnamon roll here. And it sees her there, and it wants her, but Fida is right in front blocking. So it's going to go after Fida first. That is a 17 to hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. That will be...
That's a lot of dice.
I know, I'm just kidding. Ryan, we're level 3.
It's a birthday stream.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Gotta make it entertaining for the fans. That is 11 points of
Okay.
necrotic damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Those aren't so bad. That is pardon my language. That is a 12.
A 12 does not succeed. Your hit point maximum is reduced by 2.
Ugh. Permanently or just for this?
No, just until you get a long rest.
Okay.
And that brings us to the end of the Wraith's turn, bringing it over to Calypso with Devin on deck.
So I'll do my bonus action first, and I will activate my starry form.
Okay.
So I now shed bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light for additional 10, so, everyone can see. And then I'm going to use Guiding Bolt on the right.
All right. Go for it. Go ahead and make an attack.
Oh wait, are people in the way?
You could probably just go over here, right?
Yeah, you could go here, or you could, if you want to risk it and go on the tracks. Yeah, there you go.
I'll go right here. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have the movement? Just double checking.
30 feet.
Yep, you're good.
Yeah. Okay, that is a dirty 20.
That hits.
Okay. That's 18 radiant damage.
Nice. It takes all of that.
Mm-hmm. I thought so.
Yes. Anything else on your turn? You starry formed, and then you...
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're good.
For the guiding bolt, it says the next attack roll made against the target before the end of my next turn has advantage.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So, whoever rolls next, you're welcome.
That's me.
You've got... You're good
Yeah.
there. Alright, Devin with Nyla on deck.
Seeing Fida getting up in its business and remembering how good they were against the zombie, Shovel is gonna run up 30 and is gonna pull out their fancy new sword that has no stains on it whatsoever, and it's gonna take a swing. You said at advantage, correct?
Yep,
Yeah.
that is at advantage.
Okie. Oh, sicko. That's a 22.
22 definitely hits.
Cool. And because it's advantage, I get sneak attack.
Hell yeah.
So
Mhm.
that is, let's do this first. 10 points of, what is that, piercing damage? Yeah. I've never used a short sword in my life.
Cool.
10 points of
5
piercing
of that.
damage. And then, could Devin, like, tell that it was, like, looking at her?
Yeah, like, and even as you move over to the space, its eyes are still following you.
Okay. And then Devin is just gonna wink at it and be like, it's not nice to make and eat dead people, okay? And they're just gonna blink out and appear over here next to this body.
Ooh, nice.
Using Blessing of the Raven Queen, so now resistant to all damage.
Nice. All right.
That's my turn.
Okay, love it. That brings us to Nyla.
With my puny little two.
Mhm.
Okay. I think. Let me see where everybody's at. Okay, we're at 40. I want to kind of stay. Kind of here. Can I see it? Oh, I didn't mean to grab it. Can I see it? Like,
Yeah, it's like
around
hovering.
Vita?
Yeah, you can see it around
Okay.
Fida. It's hovering off the ground. You can see it.
Okay,
sure.
then she would like to cast Bane on it.
Ooh.
So need a charisma saving throw.
Alrighty.
14.
Charisma 14. $14 exactly. I rolled a 12 plus 2.
Dang it. That's okay. That really all I can do right now.
All right. That brings us to the top of the initiative order. Would you guys like a minute to discuss?
Yes.
Before you nope out,
Yes.
can I just ask a clarifying question?
Sure.
The acid dissolving part, is it an active action for me every turn, 3 turns, or is it a once and then it takes 3 turns to go through?
It is an active thing. You would have to continue.
Okay.
You would
just
have
so
to
I know.
continue to hit that bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. In fact, I will also point out as Devin
Oh no.
blinks over there, you see
Oh, no.
just at the top of the stairs, there's another body,
Also dead?
also dead.
Mother mercy. Okay.
Oh no.
All right. Now I will once again deafen and then start the timer.
Okay. Do we want to keep dissolving them, or do we
might
think
just have
it's
to
gonna
kill
be?
them.
Yeah, I
think
think it's gonna be better to kill them when they're alive again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because the 3 turns of active getting through them will.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna wrap this one in a net and then rage.
Yeah.
So that way it'll at least delay it an entire round because it has to use up its entire action to break out of it, and then it would have to stand up from prone. So that's at least what I'm gonna do, and then rage. So. Then,
And over it, we'll just keep going towards the wraith, and then you guys deal with the undead once they become undead.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
the 3
and
do
I
that.
have. Yeah, I have guiding bolt too, so I can.
I'm gonna see if I can
Please.
drop this one into the chasm with my swarm. I should be able to do that.
Oh, that's a good
Ooh,
idea.
Move
very
it, yeah.
smart, yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, I
Yeah.
could just see if I could do that too. Instead
Just
of using
drag
the
it.
net, yeah. We can.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That brings us to the top of the round with Jaws.
Okay, so Jaws is gonna move a little bit just to get behind this thing.
Okay.
And she is gonna pull out the longbow, the new nifty longbow, and take a shot at the dead body.
Ooh, okay.
And as she does, as she pulls back, the bugs from her hand, they shift into like flies, and they swirl around the arrow as it shoots. And if I'm allowed to hit the dead body, it will technically need to make a strength saving throw, but it's dead, so I don't need...
fail. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which means that I can, with my swarm, move the target up to 15 feet horizontally in a direction of my choice.
Okay.
Which means that would be either there or there, which means I can't move it diagonally, which sucks, because that was
that would be perfect.
Intended. Yeah.
You want to move it straight down?
Could I, since it wasn't that much of my movement getting up, could I have pushed it down?
Why
there?
not diagonally?
If you want to.
It says horizontally in the...
Yeah, horizontally means you can't lift it up into the air.
Oh yeah,
that would be vertically. So horizontally is just any direction on the ground.
Oh, sorry, I'm
greedy on a 2D.
I'm
You're so right,
blaming it
Rosie.
on the non-native English speaking.
Oh no, that messed
So
me up.
yeah,
too.
I will push it into the chasm.
Right into the 100%. That's a great move.
Yeah.
And then
So
so you knock it right in there, and the body just falls into the darkness. Gone.
Sorry, Bori.
Throw them into the pit.
I'm drinking water, damn it.
Nice, very nice. Anything else for your turn?
I moved like 10 feet. No, 15. I'm gonna keep moving my final 15 just to keep moving.
All right.
And that's my turn.
That brings us to Fida.
I'm gonna keep whacking at it.
All right. Whack away.
I shall. That is a dirty 20 to hit.
That hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Yeah. That is 4 plus 3, 7 points of damage. And I'm going to have my echo move to the other side just to block off the wraith.
Okay.
I'm going to move here. Unleash incarnation and have my echo attack as well.
Nice.
I love fighter. I've never been a fighter. This is lovely. That is a 12 plus 5, 17 to hit.
That hits.
Sweet. And minimum damage 4 points.
All right.
And that is all I can do.
All right. That brings us to the Wraith's turn. The Wraith, seeing the surrounding enemies, looking bloodied already, it's going to risk the opportunity attack and fly. So if you want to go ahead and roll if you would like to take an opportunity attack.
Can both me and my echo take opportunity attacks?
I don't believe an echo gets an opportunity attack, but let me double check that.
I don't think you can get double opportunity attacks.
Yeah, you wouldn't get double. It would be like it's going through you if you do get one. I know it can provoke an opportunity attack.
Actually,
Manifest echo opportunity attack. When a creature that you see within 5 feet of your echo moves at least 5 feet away from it, you can use your reaction. So I can use either mine.
Yeah, so you get one.
Yeah, I only get one. Okay, so I will roll for it. It originates with me. That is not super great. 13 to hit.
13 is its AC. It hits.
Hey. Please be good damage. Oh, God. 2 on the die, so 5 points.
All right. Okay. So it will fly over to Abel and hover right over, and it holds its hand out over Abel, and you watch as a ghostly entity arises from the body. As
oh no.
a specter appears by Abel. Get that into the initiative as well.
Ruh-roh.
Mm-hmm.
Raggy.
And then, let's see, it moved up and over still has a few feet of its movement left.
Oh yeah, how high is that?
Oh, yes. So this staircase up here is going to be 15 feet up.
Okay, so, you know, Pythags.
Yeah, Pythags. Yeah, he's got a little
So-
bit of movement left. He's just going to scoot back.
Jeez!
This man running away from us.
I know, really far.
They're a lot smarter than the specters are.
Mm.
But that brings it to the end of the Wraith's turn. It is now Calypso's turn. Calypso, you currently do not have eyes on the Wraith. It went up and over into this area. These rocks and everything is blocking your view.
No.
Darn it.
Okay. Ruined my plan.
That's my job.
I'm going to use my action to sprint, right?
Sure, if you want to dash, yeah.
Or whatever dash, yeah. That doubles, correct?
Correct.
So I'll do that to go. Oops. How do you do the thing where
You click on the next to that arrow, next to the ruler that you were just using.
Little
There's
man
a
symbol.
little man.
The little dude.
I think you moved yourself back too far.
Yeah, you were one
I
up.
think you were
Oops.
there.
Yeah,
Thanks.
you were there.
So the little
I
ruler,
do not
on the
see
right.
a little more.
click the ruler on the right. And then
Yeah.
at the top, click the little
You
dude.
can just press M on your keyboard as well.
M and M. Just hit M twice.
Oh, okay.
I'm in.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. All right. So we'll go here.
Mhm.
If I go like here, can I see the wraith?
Yeah, you would be up enough that you could see the wraith.
Cool. So then I'll use my bonus action. So for my starry form, I have the Archer constellation selected. So I will use that bonus action to make a ranged spell attack.
Okay.
16.
16 does hit.
Oh, cool. Okay, and that is, let's see, does 8 radiant damage.
Nice. Very nice.
Calypso out here freaking him up.
Mhm.
I could have done more if I didn't have to move.
It's what it is. All right,
Mm.
that is your turn.
Yeah.
All right, that brings us to the specter's turn. That's right in front of you.
Yeah.
That specter is going to reach out and try to attack you.
Okay.
That is definitely going to hit with an 18,
Yeah.
and it will do. It'll do 9 points of necrotic damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
And that'll be. Wait, hang on. I have resistance to necrotic.
Okay, so that would be
Four.
we round up here.
5.
Yeah.
So 5.
And what am I rolling?
A con save, Constitution saving throw.
Ooh. Oh god. 7.
Your hit points reduce by 1, so your maximum HP reduces by 1.
And the damage was 5?
It was 5. Yep.
Okay.
That brings us to Devon.
Question. Can
Yes.
I just use movement to drag this body into the pit?
You absolutely can. It's a thin, frail elf. So yeah.
Sounds good. Okay, cool. Gonna. So it's like half movement, right? So it would be.
Yep.
20 feet of movement to drag it in there.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Felicia. Then, okay, if I were to go back, can I see the wraith? Or no?
with Calypso there, Calypso's kind of blocking your view
Okay.
of the.
Can I see this
Sorry,
picture?
bro.
Yes, you can see the specter at the top of the stairs. Yep.
Okay. The shimmery little light ups across Devon's arms are going to kind of flare a little bit, seeing that one of the dead bodies has risen up, almost kind of like hair standing up on the back of her neck, and she's gonna pull out the nifty crossbow. Are we saying that I could get the javelin too, or do I have to use a crossbow?
What do you mean, like from the stuff that you bought?
The general store, yeah.
Yeah, you have it.
Frick yeah. All right. Pull one of those bad boys out. Okay, and I don't think javelins are... Oh, but javelins are thrown, and someone's standing next to it. Sick! Okay. I'm still learning how to play a rogue and a barbarian at the same time. Natural 20!
Yay!
Okay,
Nice.
so that's... I don't have enough d6 pulled out. How cool. The sneak attack is doubled as well, right?
Oh yes, yes it is.
Yeah.
Demolish this thing.
Okay, so this is the javelin. 8 points of piercing damage from the javelin and 3 points of sneak attack.
All right.
Terrible sneak attack. Oh, and +2 for rage.
Okay, 1 second. Here.
Sorry. I'll leave those where they're at.
And then 2 damage for rage.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 total.
Okay. You feel like it doesn't do as much damage as you were hoping,
Yeah.
but still did damage.
Cool. That was action, bonus action, movement. Yeah, Shovel's just gonna be, yeah, just staring at these weird, creepy ghosts coming out from dead bodies.
Alrighty. That brings us to Nyla.
Okay. Let's see. I probably can't see the specter, can I? Or can I?
From that angle, if you step over one to the left, like hug that pole there, you'll be able to. Yeah, it has cover, but
Okay.
you can't make it out.
I'll still try and hit it with a guiding bolt for funsies.
Go for it.
That would be a 23 to hit.
23 definitely hits.
19 radiant damage.
In a burst of radiant light, like how does your guiding bolt look?
It's like
As it
black
destroys this
radiant
thing?
light. Like
Mhm.
it's I don't know, it's like light but also absence of light at the same time.
Okay.
Like it's hard to explain.
Fanta Black.
It's like a glowing void, if that makes any sense.
as
A
the
resplendent void.
Yes.
as this shadowy light hits this and just bursts in dark radiant energy, and it is gone.
Oh shit. Yeah, it's like what put in the chat, like that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Mhm.
She just goes, that was sick. And then, I think that's all I've got for right now. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That brings us to the top of the round. Once again, do you guys feel like you need a minute to discuss
Yes.
Mhm.
this?
Mm-hmm.
I will mute myself and go for the minute here.
Not being able to quicken spells is going to be my undoing. Okay. Anyways,
One has healing. I could use some.
yeah,
if you
I
wanna
do.
swap out. I've got resistance to
closer.
necrotic damage. So let me.
I mean, so
let
do
me
I.
face thing. Oh, okay. Well, I haven't taken any hits, so
But
if that hurt you a little
My
bit. Then...
my
Yeah.
HP
Yeah.
is awful.
Yeah, if you back
If your
up.
HP is low, I'd say duck out.
Yeah,
And
I got
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, back up and I got you.
I think I'm going to have my echo go right up to the wraith, and then I can teleport swap with it,
Yeah.
so I can
Nice,
get
nice,
right
nice.
up in its face.
Cool. Yeah, me and
I'm gonna see if I can just shoot it dumb with a bunch of extra shit.
you can climb on top of these, I bet, to get view of it.
Yeah, and be
I
able
was
to
gonna
see it
climb up
better.
on those.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Calypso
And I
clicks
have
off.
like extra force damage, I have extra swarm damage, I have a bunch of stupid extra die
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Fida,
my
you
goal
need
is
to
to get in front of it before it hits Calypso again.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got this.
Yeah.
We got this so good.
All right, that brings us to the top of the initiative order with Jaws up.
Yeah. I would like to climb the boxes right on and behind me.
Okay.
To get a better vantage point and hopefully see the wraith.
Yeah, and you climb up there easy enough. You can see the wraith just poking his head out.
Cool. We're gonna take a shot at it.
All right, go for it.
That's 24 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
And as well as like the beetles again turning into this flies, but they're not like just regular flies anymore. They're like wasps with like heavy stingers. So as she hits the thing, they're also gonna do 1d6 of piercing damage from the swarm.
Nice.
And with my Zephyr Strike, I'm going to also hit it for 1d8 of force damage.
Okay.
And this technically, using Zephyr Strike's strike ability gives me advantage on the roll, so I'm just gonna double check so I
Sure,
don't roll
yeah.
it at 20. I did not.
Okay.
But, so it still hits. So I'm gonna roll. That is 6 plus 7 is 13 plus 5. 7 out of those is force damage, 6 is piercing damage, plus my usual. Wait, sorry, math. It's too late for me to do math. 15 piercing damage from the bow plus the swarm,
Okay.
and 7 force damage.
Okay. All right. Very good.
So 22 damage total.
Very nice. It's looking very rough.
Yeah, and Jaws is just gonna stand on the box.
All right. Awesome. That brings us to Fida.
All right, Fida's echo is going to get right up past. Sorry, Eclipse, it's going to be a little chilly as it goes through you. Get right up on the wraith. And then I'm going to swap spots with it.
Nice.
These are so cool. Hello! And going to take a swipe at it.
Very nice. Go
That
ahead.
is a dirty 20 to hit.
That definitely hits.
And we are going to roll the damage. That is 7 plus 3, 10 points of damage.
Okay. Reduced to 5.
That makes me so sad. Action surge.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That is 18 plus 5. 23 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Okay, and damage. Gosh, 2 plus 3. 5 points. Reduced to 3.
Yeah, reduced to 3. Very nice. Inching it down.
Doing my best. Right now my goal is to just like play interference.
All right. That brings us to the end of your turn.
That's all I'm gonna do.
I think your echo disappears.
With the teleport?
Yeah, you're 30 feet away from it. More than 30 feet away.
Oh, you're right. Yep. Bye.
Okay. That brings us to the Wraith. The Wraith, once again, being blocked by this Horns person, is going to just screech out in your ear as it takes its attack against you.
Fida will yell
That's
back.
right. It's just like, bitch, get out of the way.
That's a 22 to hit.
That hits. Actually, just for flavor, Fida is going to scream exactly how it screams back at it, because they can.
That is going to be...
I'm scared.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage this time. That's a very, very healthy amount of damage this time. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, and you are also taking 14 points.
Oh, hell.
Damage.
Okay, they're still up.
That was almost a stun.
That con save is 15 plus 4, so 19.
19, yep, you save, so you
Ugh.
do not get your hit point maximum reduced.
Fida is looking very rough.
I don't think I can see you.
No, I don't think
I will
anyone
try my
can.
best to kill this thing.
Devin
Jaws can
can.
see you.
Devin can.
Jaws can. Mhm.
That brings us to the end of the Wraith's turn, bringing it to Calypso.
All right. It hasn't been 10 minutes, has it?
No, not at all.
Okay, good.
It's been...
Just double.
It hasn't even been 30 seconds yet.
Okay, cool.
Very true. They do see it.
Alright, so let me move a little bit. Oops. Just gonna move like here. And then I am going to cast Moonbeam.
Ooh.
And I will cast it. How do I
got you.
show where I want to cast it?
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. Yeah. Somewhere where it doesn't hit Fida.
Thank you.
Just right on top of Fida's head.
So that's a Constitution saving throw for you.
Alrighty. Here we go. That would be an 11.
Ooh, okay.
Get the
Cool.
damage.
Full damage.
Mm-hmm.
Let me find my D10.
Love me some good moonbeam.
And this is, it's radiant, right? All radiant?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Go.
Okay, so that is 18 points of radiant damage.
Yeah, how do you want to do this?
Yes.
Let's go.
She's just gonna like raise her arms up and I mean I know she can't see the moon, but she knows it's there. And that light is just gonna shine right through the top of the cavern and just like dissipates this creature of darkness.
And it just like this beam of moonlight just shines right on it, and it just screeches out as it just vanishes in the radiant light. And when the creature is dead and gone, the moonlight's still there until you drop it. Fida, you see it drops something.
I'm just gonna immediately, since it's dead, I'm just gonna immediately drop the moonlight.
What did it drop?
You look down, and there is a wooden totem of sorts.
Oh.
Does anyone have the not touchy hand?
Yeah.
No.
There's a creepy
Oh my
thing up
God.
here. I don't want to touch it with actual fingers.
I love that
Jaws is
description.
gonna go up and mage hand the totem.
Not touchy. I'm gonna use
Fida
that
like
so
has
much.
taken a knee. They are bleeding profusely.
Hey, I'm coming.
Jeez, horns.
Horns has 3 HP.
Hey, come here. Come here.
We gotta like
Yo.
get like a buddy system.
Mage handing the thing.
The totem.
Jaws is going to put out a real hand on Fida's horn and cast Cure Wounds at first level.
Hey,
Oh.
that's my job.
Well, you're not close enough right
I'm
now. I am.
working on it.
That's
Little legs.
11 points of healing.
Ooh.
I'm also gonna go over, and as a thank you for taking the damage from that wraith, I'm gonna use Healing Hands
Oh.
to restore 3 hit points. Not much, but just
Hey,
a
I will
little
take it. That
thank you.
is another little cut and scrape taken care of.
Yeah, we
What
gotta
is
get
this
like
So
a
look
totem
rough,
shit
too.
I'm
Mhm.
mage
So
handing?
you pick up the totem, and it's familiar to all 5 of you.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Jeez.
The mark that's on your arm.
Oh, the phoenix?
Yep.
Ooh.
Huh.
And as
Okay.
You
Huh?
cut
you are
out.
standing, huh?
You cut out completely.
You
Oh,
froze for a second.
yeah. That's because I have the D&D wiki up, and that breaks my computer every time I look at it. But anyway, as you are here in this specific spot in this upper level of this mine, in the base of this mountain, you hear coming down the rails this woof, woof,
Oh, I don't
woof,
like that.
this
Aw.
pulsing deep down in the underdark of the mountain, echoing down the chamber, coming back towards you all. And Nyla,
Hmm.
you feel that sense of dread
Aw.
coming from that direction. And it's almost like, in fact, make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
Oh. Okay. That would be a 24.
Not enough.
No, I rolled a natural
Whoa.
18 and felt really confident about that.
You feel a deep sense of fear. You don't want to get close to whatever that is.
Hi. Don't like
Oh, we're
that.
running now.
Yes, get out. I don't
Nyla?
like it. Terrifying. Get out.
Okay.
Seeing Nyla under, do I get the feeling that the totem is something that shouldn't be touched by like a real hand? Or
Make an Arcana check.
Will help Vita up.
not 20.
Hey.
You aren't. You're not familiar with this particular kind of magic that has to do with this thing, but you gather that with the destruction of the wraith, this is currently unusable, so it is safe to touch.
Okay, then I'm gonna pocket it and not carry around it in the mage hand.
Okay.
Oh
I
yeah.
suggest we leave.
Devin will help Vita up and just say,
Ugh.
you know, like I think me and you should learn. We can like tag team like really well because you're probably like stronger than me with some stuff, but I think icky things like that. I just have a feeling it's not gonna hurt as bad.
Nyla's just continuing to run.
I think we should leave.
Okay.
Yeah, that hurts quite a lot. Ugh.
Well, maybe we can like take turns, you know?
Yeah, tag team. I like that.
Yeah.
Let's try walking and talking, everyone.
I cannot do both. I'm sorry.
No, you
Nyla's
need to do both
come
right now.
back!
As you all make your way out of the mine, and
Can I cast
come,
while we're walking? Can I cast Cure Wounds on Calypso also?
oh yeah, sure, yeah. Go ahead.
Hey,
And,
thanks. Let me quick do that. I forget how Cure Wounds works, so let me look. Okay. 13 points of healing to you.
When does my max go back up?
Long rest.
long rest.
Okay, gotcha.
As you all come out of the mines, There are, as in any good horror movie, the guards show up after the bad shit has happened. And
Useless.
they run into the mine as a dwarven male with a long red braided beard, not the same shade of red as Runa's. Runa, they seem to have been communicating with one another, and then as you guys come out of the mines, he just walks away from her, and you see her flip him off
Amazing.
Love that.
from behind. And he comes just like charging up and after, like up to you guys. And he says, "What the blazes were you doing in there?"
Killing ghosts?
What your guards didn't do?
We heard a scream,
And no one else seemed to be doing anything about it.
so we did.
And we've
You're
killed
welcome.
zombies, so we figured ghosts are, we got it.
Yeah,
And
we
we
heard
did.
distress, and we went in there and we killed a wraith. So
A thank you is in order, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right, Fida. What if that thing had gotten out?
And you adventurers just think that you can come in and cause any sort of mess that you want, like the rules don't apply to you. The mines are off limits to miners and guards only for a reason.
I mean, is there a sign?
You
Yeah,
turn around and there is, in
it-
fact, a sign.
I can't
can't
read.
stop me. I can't read.
I kind of like get up in his face, and I'm like, were we supposed to just sit around while people were in distress, dying?
I mean, and Calypso's
supposed to-
head.
Yeah.
Your trouble. I mean, they did technically die, so maybe don't lead with that.
They were dead when we got there.
And I say back in my head, I'm like, doesn't know they were already dead.
She just said distress.
I just threw them in the abyss, so maybe don't mention them.
We heard noises
mean-
of distress.
The bodies are gone.
Yeah.
There were no bodies.
Nobody, no crime.
We heard distress, so we went in to investigate. This is all in the head, and we fought ghosts.
There is a way of doing things, a proper way.
Well,
Why does it take so long?
we're new.
Not from here.
He looks out at all of you and just like glances back towards the mines as a guard comes back out after looking at things and just like kind of waves it off, kind of gives a signal that there's nothing of danger in there. As he looks to the five of you and says, "I would suggest, after your heroic act, to leave at first light."
I'm gonna be
I
snarky
would
so bad.
suggest
I know.
you-
I'm just itching to say something. Oh.
I would suggest you fuck off.
Oh,
Okay, we.
And I'm
We
gonna
go.
cast suggestion.
Oh, yeah.
yes, PJ.
Amazing.
Yes.
What-
Yes.
What's the
That's
save
a
on
wisdom
that?
14 save.
Wisdom 14. Right. that's a natural 1.
Yeah.
Yes.
Amazing.
And as she says that, she pulls down her scarf so that her full snake maw is very visible.
Amazing.
He looks at you and he gives you just like a fucking mean mug, but he just turns around and just fucks off.
I am also, as he's walking away, going to flip him off.
I am going to mock him like under my breath, but like in a perfect mimicry of his voice. I suggest you leave at first light. keep a
love
rest
that
of
we-
their
oh
normal
my
accent.
How long
Oh my
did-
god.
How long does suggestion last?
8 hours.
8
Oh
hours.
Suggestion lasts
my
8
god!
hours,
So
or
he just
um,
fucking
Or
goes
until
home.
they complete the action.
yeah,
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
until
so,
the
I mean, that
suggested
was a very
course of
vague
action
action.
is completed.
He just fucks right off.
For 8 hours. He's gonna
For
be in a
8
different
hours.
town.
He's gonna be in a different part of the continent.
Runa and Archer and Willow stays back because of kids, but these two walk out and they say, "Are you all right?"
Yes, we're fine. Thank you.
Super
Does any-
duper.
Does anyone-
Unsettled. Unsettled.
Does anyone need any additional healing?
I can handle it.
I can sleep it off. It's fine. I've been through worse.
All good.
Well, what was in there? What did you see?
Well,
Ghosts.
Right.
and
And then there was like this. What would we say it is?
I don't know, you
Thrumming
just
through-
ran.
It made me feel bad.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, I don't like
It
bad
filled,
stuff
so
either.
it filled me with a sense of dread, which had felt faint at first, but now was very, 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 very strong,
Like,
and it was not smart to stick around.
yeah.
I'm going to address the group chat and and ask, are we telling them about the bodies?
No.
No.
No,
I mean, but like,
unimportant.
what if those people
It's
had
better-
families? Like Willow's
Yeah, but is it
husband.
better that they are missing and presumed dead, or gets told that they got yeeted down a shaft?
Well, I mean, they were already dead, right?
Which should probably be investigated, maybe.
Yeah, maybe
Maybe
they
we
can
can just
go-
suggest that they look down the shaft, and then we'll leave it at that.
How deep was the shaft?
I don't know.
Could they?
We hear a thud.
Did we hear them hit the ground?
The 21 passive heard it.
Oh,
So
true.
it's a pretty far drop. It was a pretty.
But I
far
heard
drop.
it, so it couldn't be that far.
It was a pretty far drop.
Well, nobody knows, who killed them, how they died. They just know that the bodies are missing. So I don't think it's terrible to say, suggest to Runa, maybe just take a little look around a little deeper.
There were
than-
ghosts need to come from bodies.
I'll tell Runa then. When we got in there were bodies. Unfortunately, because of the wraith, they disappeared down the shaft. If you
She-
guys
Yeah, she
want to go
nods.
looking to find out who they were, to tell their families, I would suggest you do, if that's what you desire.
It is quite.
A leg bastard and something else.
It was. It is quite rare for us to enter deeper parts of the mine into the Underdark. Not much is known about it, so if they are lost to the shaft down there and pushed into the darkness, then that's just they won't. I'll think on how to proceed with this.
Of course.
If it helps, one of them was like a orc person, and the other one was like a elf, skinny elf. If
Yeah,
you know
drow
anyone-
elf.
If you know anyone like that.
A couple of names come to mind.
Yeah, just wouldn't want people missing somebody. And Shovel will kind of look over to where Willow's at. Just thinking of
Yeah.
Timothy.
Okay. And she says, all right, well, after that masterful display to our mayor, Yes, that was
Not the mayor, then.
Leo Wheatflow.
Oh, he was a delight.
Yes.
Should
He left
have
in a
told the
hurry.
mayor
I
to
wonder
fuck
why.
off.
Making good impressions.
Fucked him up.
Yes, he came into the position just a few months ago, and he's not been settling in well.
Ah, so he's throwing his weight around.
Mhm. Yes, very, very much so. But I don't know where he went. But let's hope that he stays gone for at least a night, and let's hope that this rain breaks and we can get you guys set up to wherever you want to go next.
Fia, you look like you could use a little nap.
Agreed. A nap, maybe one of those delicious pastry things that you had. I can go buy one.
Yes! We should, honestly, everyone should have, they're so good.
You know what? I'll buy enough for everyone. How about
Yeah,
that?
Nyla, you might feel better after you have one.
Oh, I hope so.
I
I'm
will
sorry, it was scary.
buy 4 cinnamon rolls and give one to each of the kids as well.
What is currently nighttime, but you can do that in
Oh,
the morning.
there's no more? Okay.
As you guys are like, Runa ushers you guys back towards the building, but as you're making your way back towards the building, as you're all just walking down the path and continuing on, you feel on your arm that mark.
Mm.
It starts to get warmer, and you pause, and it starts to get even warmer, and it keeps going, and now it's hotter, and now it's singeing, and now it's burning so much that you feel compelled to drop. And all 5 of you
Oh no.
go down onto your knees, clenching your fist, your other hand like maybe trying to grab at the mark on your arm and just like clutching at it, and you're holding it, and you hear a voice
Oh God.
Oh no.
pierce into your minds, gravelly and low. You're mine.
Nope.
And that's where we end tonight's session.
I hate
Yay!
it.
Oh
Mm.
no.
Ryan.
That was sick.
Thanks, I hate it.
Thanks.